P2, 1.F. As a child, Arnold Lobel spent many hours reading books in the library. Now the books he wrote as a grown-up fill many library shelves. Arnold was born in 1933. He grew up in Schenectady, New York. When he was a little boy, Arnold got very sick and he had to go to the hospital. He missed all of second grade. From the hospital, Arnold could see his school playground. It made him sad that he could not play with his friends. Arnold felt lonely and left out when third grade started. Then one day, his teacher asked the class if anyone wanted to tell a story. Arnold volunteered and quickly made up a story on the spot. He drew pictures on the chalkboard to help tell the story. Arnold's classmates loved the story. They couldn't wait for Arnold to tell more stories. Arnold kept drawing pictures and telling stories as he got older. He decided to study art at college. There he met Anita Kempler. After a while, they got married. She would become a writer and illustrator of children's books, too. Arnold and Anita both worked at home on their books. At first, Arnold didn't write stories. He drew pictures for books that other people wrote. Later, Arnold began to write books, too. The first book he wrote was called A Zoo for Mr. Muster. It was a funny story and had silly animal characters. Arnold and his family liked to go to Vermont in the summer. His children loved catching frogs and toads. They even kept some as pets. These animals gave Arnold the idea for one of his most famous books, Frog and Toad Are Friends. Arnold won many awards for this Frog and Toad book. Later, he wrote more books about these two good friends. Children have enjoyed the Frog and Toad stories for years. Arnold wrote and illustrated lots of other books. The stories in his books came from different ideas he had. Some came from things he remembered from his childhood. Others came from cartoons that his children watched when they were little. Still, others came from watching his family and pets. Arnold died in 1987, but his stories are still read and loved by children everywhere.